My friends, today is a good day because I get to talk about my favorite fantasy author, along with Stephen Erickson, my favorite fantasy author, Robin Hobb, and the first book in the Tawny Man Trilogy, Fool's Errand. Now, I know the first thing you're thinking of, boy, that's a shitty cover, and you would be right. That was a little too harsh. I feel bad about that. What I really don't like about this cover is this isn't really the color tawny. It's very like white person-esque instead of, well, tawny. If you have not read the Farseer trilogy yet, I would recommend that you turn off this review now, because I can't really talk about this at all without giving away some things in the Farseer trilogy. So go read that series. It's great. Read Live Ship. It's great. And then get to this book. It's great. Read Robin Hobb. If you watch this channel, you have to know that that is my almost number one recommendation to you in life. Read Robin Hobb. All right, so Fool's Errand picks up, I don't know exactly, I think 10 to 15 years after the end of Farseer Trilogy. Fitz is living off in the wilderness. He hasn't seen the Fool. The only real link to the outside world that he gets is when Sterling, the bard, visits him every once in a while for a booty call and some information about the world and what's happening. And it is at this point, I don't want to say much before I get to the spoiler section of this setting, but basically, this whole trilogy gets its kickoff because his sort of son, the son of Ketrican and, not Verity, Verity, goes missing, and we don't know why. And so Fitz is sort of dragged back into the politics of the Six Duchies because he cares about this family. What I love about this is it's all the positives that Robin Hobb normally has, right? The prose is beautiful, really well done, descriptive and yet intoxicating, elegant, and yet has a beautiful simplicity. She's an amazing author. Love her so much. The characters are back that you love. The Fool is back. It's not too much of a spoiler at all. Fitz is back. Even Sterling, Ketrican, the Six Duchies, as a character, like New York in a rom-com. All of that is to 10s. Great. On top of that, what is so different in this so far in Fool's Errand from Farseer is the pacing. The pacing is purposeful. I don't want to say slow because I think that gives the wrong message and that has somewhat of a negative connotation, but she gives us so much time to become comfortable in who Fitz is, get to know how he's changed in 5 and 10 years, how the Fool changed and presents himself, how the Six Duchies has changed, how Night Eyes has changed. All of these things are communicated so clearly and so well and so beautifully without any sort of feeling of needing to rush to get to the story beats. And I think that is a testament to how much work she's done in the first 6 books of The Realm of the Otherlings, or at the very least the 3 books of the Farseer trilogy, that we will happily literally stay in a hut with Fitz for 200 pages. At least I will. I loved this. Just love that purposeful pace. So I have some spoiler thoughts, but I have nothing really unique to say that I haven't already said about Hobb, that this is just gorgeous. The themes are deep and lasting and affecting. The characters are lovable. The setting is fantastic. Her prose is expert, my favorite, period. I obviously am going to be someone who says to read it. And yeah, this is going to be my all-time great category. That is how I'm going to score it. That good. And I hear this is actually the worst in the trilogy, that the next 2 are going to get even better. So I'm excited about that. Let's talk some spoilers. All right, so spoilers for Tawny Man Book 1, Fool's Errand. By the way, side note, I should have said this in the non-spoiler. The only negative I have about this series is the names of the books, really as a whole in The Realm of the Otherlings, are so generic. Fool's Errand, the next one is what? Fool's Fate? Golden Fool, and then Fool's Fate. It's just something about it is just very unmemorable, unfortunately. But the book itself, more importantly, is very memorable. let's get right to the talking point that rips out our eyes. Our eyes? Well, our hearts. The death of Night Eyes. Brutal, so sad, but beautiful in the sense of like, just the way it's written where Fitz says, I'm not ready yet, give me a couple more minutes. And then he says, okay. And they have that moment of hunting, and then all of a sudden just Night Eyes is further than Fitz can go. I'm just getting the chills, even as I talk about the power of that, what it means, what it communicates, and how it breaks your heart. Okay. Just want to say, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Don't want to cry on camera. I love, again, even the simplicity of the story is simple, right? That, what's-his-face, Dutiful, goes missing, and we get to know Fitz for a little while, and then we get Fitz back at the Six Duchies, and then he goes find Dutiful and comes back. Like, that's the whole story. But the amount of character work and character development and purposeful, but bit by bit world building, like especially with the thing about wit magic and how it's perceived by society, how it's slowly becoming more of an issue for society as a whole and for our characters, Fitz and Dutiful particularly. The mystery of how that mixes with the skill, and especially in the Farseer line, and this idea of the Piebald Prince and the various factions of the old people, or the is it old ones? It's not old people, is it? I never said this out loud. Old blood. That makes more sense. The old blood, or the Piebalds as a sect, like the regular people, and then Kettrigan kind of in the middle, people like Fitz, like all of that I find brilliant. I'm so excited to see where this goes. The character the Fool, and with all the weight of, slight spoilers for Live Ship Traders, so if you haven't plugged your ears, the weight that character has now, knowing what Amber went through in Live Ship Traders, and now how they perceive themselves, the Fool perceives themselves in this new world as Lord Golden, is brilliant, so impactful, and it makes the strength of the love bond between Fitz and the Fool that much more powerful. I so want Fitz to have a happy ending. I kept telling this to Chris over at Chris Bookish Cauldron, like, I know it's not going to happen because it is Robin Hobb, but I just want him to have a happy ending. Just go back and live happily, become the new Chade, and that'll be the end of it. But don't think that's going to happen. I don't have any predictions for the series. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm so excited to start it out. This is gorgeous, fantastic. Don't worry, the next two versions of I have of Fool's Fate and Fool's Quest, Golden Fool. See, I can't remember them. Are both the older editions, or the 80s editions that I think both of them are very, very gorgeous. So anyway, Fool's Errand, absolutely great. 5 out of 5 stars, all-time great. Love it so much. Read it. What did you think of Fool's Errand? Since we don't want to give spoilers, you should definitely just talk on my Discord about this, or in the comments just leave a wolf emoji so we can mourn our losses of Night Eyes together if you made it here in the video. As always, check out the Patreon. Please like and subscribe this video. First in, last out.